everybody, and welcome to another episode of POUNDcast, where I let the pups run wild.
I'm so sorry. You brought this on yourself.
I did. You know what? Every month I bring it on myself. Every month it becomes a thing. But, you know, we're here and we do it, and we do it for y'all. I do this for you. And I just like to have fun with you hoes. Speaking of hoes, I heard you guys had fun this month. What did you do?
So, Zephyr and I took a quaint little trip to Tennessee. We went to Whispering Oaks for Hoist's Pig Weekend and Leather Run.
Yeah, and then the leather contest.
And the leather contest as well.
How was it?
It was great.
It was a good time.
They actually had a really great run. They did a really good job putting it together. So Hoist is the leather club in Memphis that's equivalent to the KC Pioneers, as you know. And but they also had a leather leather boy contest that was running the same weekend.
And you got to judge, right?
I was one of the judges. Yep.
Look at you out here judging people. That's what I
I know, right?
So, fun was had by all?
Fun was had
Multiple times by all.
but it was a good time by everyone. The Hoist Boys were great. You gave a lot of how do I say that? You gave a lot of warning to us that they were a lot of fun, and they were great hosts to us.
They were fun.
They treated us like celebrities. And
Shout out! Well, I told them about y'all.
They were very excited to meet us. All of that stuff.
Shout out to the Hoist Boys.
You guys were great.
Definitely.
We had like an impromptu, like kind of little round table with their puppies to kind of talk about their community and all that stuff.
Because they're just trying to grow it. They've got a very baby community, like 6-member type thing, 12 members maybe max.
And they were like, "We want to go to the daddies."
We don't know how this all works. Tell us how you did Midnight Howl. Tell us what And we're actually in a lot of conversation with them continuously now.
Yeah.
We got a little group chat going to where we can kind of help them build their community.
I want to be in the group chat.
They want us to kind of come back and attend their they want the two of us to come and show up to their stuff and talk more about how we've grown Midnight Howl, how we've done this stuff, because they like both what I'm gonna say the product that we put out there is Midnight Howl, and I guess the advice we were giving to them as this is how we did it. So,
you're not going on another trip.
Oh yes, I am.
Without me.
Yeah, no, we're definitely going.
We're going December.
Yeah. Pack your bags.
Pack your bags.
All right, because I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna run behind the car like this.
POUNDcast going on the road.
Road trip.
POUNDcast road trip. Hell yeah. Guys, listen. So I actually didn't do anything. Well, no, that's not true. I went to while you guys were in Memphis, I was in Wichita at the Bloodline Nether Intensive, and so I was hanging out with the straights.
How was it?
At one point there was scary sex happening upstairs. There was full-on macaroni in a pot happening beside me with people giggling. And I was just there reading my Bible.
You learned what good pussy sounds like.
I know what good pussy sounds like.
Okay, all right.
I was like,
somebody cooking?
I was like, they're making mac and cheese? What is happening? All right. And I was just sitting there reading my Bible, but we had a fantastic time. I may or may not have gotten spanked with the tomahawk bone.
Oh.
So we went to dinner.
Okay.
And one of the people that was there ordered a tomahawk, and they had finished, and we were
damn
yeah,
that's talent
girl. And so they were almost left, and there was that would make a good spanking implement. And I was like, would it? And they were like, and I had said earlier that morning, I was just gonna say yes, because I normally say no to everything.
This is the year of yes.
This is the year of yes.
Good. You only have a few months left.
Thank you.
It's almost over.
I know. That's why I did it. That's why I started it now.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, if anyone says, hey, let's do this thing, yes. And so the girl that I went with was like, "Hey, let's do some rope." And so I was like, "Yes," and we did some rope. And then they were like, "Can we spank you with the tomahawk thing?" And I was like, "Yes."
Remember what happened last time when I said I'll try anything 6 times? Be careful.
Yeah. Listen, within reason. There are certain things I'm never going to do, and sucking an eyeball is not one of them. Go back and look at the first episode of the POUNDcast if you don't know what that's about. But guys, I'm really, really excited because we have somebody here that I have been waiting to talk to, I mean, for like a week. I've been waiting to talk to him for a while. When we talked about doing this is one of the names we talked about.
I'm excited to have him on because the conversation it's like, what are we going to say? Because Zephyr and I are very close with him. So it's, what can we talk about? Because, again, as we previously said, kind of while we were setting up, we know a lot of things about each other. So it'll be fun.
And it's good for me because I feel like, although I feel like me and Tim are growing a friendship, we're not necessarily that close, and I'm going to learn a whole lot.
I'm not very close with him either.
He's all right.
Although I did randomly grab his junk one day.
I don't know
if I was like drunk.
Where were you?
I was at a party.
Oh, what kind of party?
Everyone has grabbed his junk. You're not alone.
We'll talk about that in the After Dark.
Okay.
Oh.
It's nice.
Oh, his junk?
Yeah.
I mean, I just like...
You gotta give it a little heft.
I just patted it like, "Good job, buddy."
Like a fucking super
Good job,
and you're just like,
that's
a
good job, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like...
that sounds ripe.
I didn't like, stroke it or nothing.
Good job. Hand job.
Yeah, I didn't do all that. I just was like, "Hey, buddy, how are you?" You know? I don't just do all the grabbing and stuff. Well,
so it wasn't.
Mind your business.
It is my business.
It's literally your business.
You were at the pool. Yeah, you were at the pool party too.
Listen, we will talk about it in the After Dark.
All right. And you were at the... Okay, never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, you're the only one that wasn't there.
No, I was at a different pool party.
Which are...
The other crew.
Other people that you don't... Better people?
I wouldn't say better, just different.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna be right back with our guest what should I call you? This is going in the show, so it doesn't matter.
My handler, Kody.
Cody
with us.
Okay, yeah. I was like, do you have a funky name? I don't know.
No, he doesn't have a handler name. He just accepts everything as is. This is one life.
You have one life to live.
One life.
And he's living it.
Free your mind and the rest will follow.
Goodbye.
And we're back, y'all, with a handler this time. You know, last time we gave you a pup. This time we figured we'd give you a handler.
Ooh.
Is this the first handler on the show?
This is the first handler on the show.
Is this the first handler on your show?
Yes.
Oh. You're leaving with a medal.
I better be. Shit. You already late.
See, you didn't bring your shit up.
Yeah, I did. Right there. Somebody was late.
I wasn't late. I was on time.
You were on the talent.
Based on the time that... Listen, I'm talent.
You're set up. Your crew at this point.
Roadie.
Roadie.
See, it's because I'm black, ain't it?
No.
Your sound and video, you're supposed to be here set up ready to go. For when all this shows up.
All of it.
All of it.
Sweaty from the
That
gym.
you've touched.
We don't have to talk about that. Anyway, guys, welcome Kody to the show. How are you?
Good.
Good?
Nervous.
I don't know why you're nervous.
You got me right here.
Us too.
I'll keep you safe. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Aw, so let's actually jump in right there. So you are I know that you were the dom for a couple of people in the area.
No.
Has
I
He's
handle
retired.
for Brett. I am not Brett's dom. Nobody will ever be Brett's dom. And tell him what to do.
See, I was wrong.
You've met that man. No, he doesn't listen to anybody.
Yeah, he don't listen to nobody.
Right.
How'd you think we ended up on this show?
How do you think I ended up on this show?
Brett's
I'm
dom.
Oh, you're being on the show.
You're gonna be on the show, bitch. And that's why I love you.
Yeah. So I handle. I have domed one person, but that has since dissolved on its own.
You were somewhat of a dom though too with Floof.
Yeah. Not much though.
No, he's on the roof.
That's who I assumed, dude. That's what I was talking about. Because he always cuts that that's your dom.
I don't know, baby. There's.
I don't be knowing things. I'm just doing what people tell me.
Oh.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
I had one other that came to me wanting to have that experience. And so I kind of stepped out of my world of being a sub and acted as a dom for him for a year and a half.
I have said that I used to think that I wanted a dom. I realized I just need a sub top that will every once in a while tell me what to do.
You want a soft dom?
A sub top that'll grab me by the throat.
Yeah, every once in a while.
I have done that.
Yes, you
already.
have. Whole nother story.
No. I think you would do good with a soft dom.
Because like a dom is not. It's not going to work.
You're not gonna listen to him.
I'm gonna be like, bitch, fuck you.
You don't pay my bills. And if you do, still fuck you.
Still fuck you.
Yeah. That's what you need. You need a soft dom. One that is
No, I need one that I
willing to
will
put
tell
the
what to
voice
do.
on and make you do something on occasion, but for the most part, he's just there to kind of support you and kind of give you what you want, because he'll
Make sure you
eventually
drink
break
some
down
water.
and give you what you want if you pout a little bit.
I need someone that could be like, sit down and give me a dick. No.
Once a year.
Once a year.
Oh, and that's true. You in your bottom era. I forgot that.
I'm on bottom area.
Bottom era in the months of yes.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Months of yes.
It's like a fucking.
Was a year of
So
yes.
like
It's
2.5 months and then
It's
you're
like
going
a
back.
fucking
I'm
Mother
back.
Goose story at this
Yeah,
point.
and then I'm going back.
Bottom era in the months of yes.
Yeah, it's me and Shonda Rhimes.
He's going to write a memoir.
Mhm.
My year as the bottom.
My hair is the bottom.
It'll be one page.
It was good.
Nothing happened.
You know, it's you're actually not wrong. It'll just be blank pages,
See, I know things.
and then it'll be like, yeah, I tried.
Diarrhea of a bottom.
Diary of a Mad
A lot of work,
I'm leaving.
not a lot of payout.
Diary of a Mad Black Hole. Sorry.
And on that note.
Chainsaw to your shower shot after the end of the year. Just get all pissy about it and you're like, fuck this thing.
Waiting to exhale.
Waiting to eat again.
Waiting to eat again.
The clinch.
The clinch.
The gurgle.
How JB got his Bucci back.
I want to be in that boot. Girl, you gotta get you.
You gotta go to Jamaica and get your Bucci back. No, it's funny because I have really been trying this year to be better at like saying yes to things. I'm just not very good at it. Like getting my ass eaten.
Oh, you brought that up. I wasn't going to, but now that you did. So there's this whole thing running around right now with the Pioneers because
Oh no.
because JB has, one, never eaten an ass, and two, never had his ass eaten. And he was, and of course, Pioneers, everything revolves around ass. They all
As
were
it
like,
should.
"Are you kidding me?" So
We may
now,
have to edit this for the After Dark.
No, it's fine.
and now it is all about like, well, if you want this, you're going to have to do this in return, or you're going to have to. So now every meeting, every time something comes up, first thing that comes up is, well, JB's going to have to eat ass. And
Yeah, I'll do that if JB goes ahead and eats my ass.
Or, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's one thing or another. So it has been brought up over and over and over.
That's called abuse.
It is, and I don't have to take it. It's sexual harassment.
Stop the cycle of abuse, JB.
Oh, you have to take it all the way up your ass.
At least
You're a
between
bottom.
the cheeks.
So back to you.
So back to me, who has eaten ass
It tastes like pennies.
in the last couple days, actually.
pennies.
So,
That's what somebody said tastes like pennies. Somebody said tastes like pennies. Then somebody else said tastes like raisin bran. I was like, what kind of ass is y'all eating?
who the fuck is I'm concerned for these people.
That's nurse
This
home
is
ass.
for-
I'm not-
Yeah, that's.
We may have to move this to the after dark portion
It's gonna be fun.
because we're going there already. Anyway, no. So, what made you decide to become a handler and get into the pup community?
This one.
I was about to say, because I think from what I understand, and I know you fairly well, Brett is your first puppy?
Mm-hmm. So
And the most
prior
important.
to Brett's foray into puppy, I was not a fan of puppies. I had seen locally some very bad examples. So I one year went to IPOC to get the full experience. I'm like, I'm gonna spend an entire weekend surrounded by puppies. I'm gonna go to classes. I'm gonna watch a contest. I'm gonna see, do I really not like puppies, or do I just not like the ones that I've seen? And pretty much the funnest event weekend that I've ever been to.
Puppies
And
are
so I
fun.
came back and I was like, okay, eyes open. Okay, what I'm seeing is not what it can be. And then this one, who does nothing half-assed, came up and was like, I've got a hood and a harness and gear and this and this and this and this, but I need a handler.
Ish. It would have been a little bit longer, but yeah.
And so I have enough of the caregiver kind of personality that I was like, you know what? I can do that. I can sit there. I can support somebody kind of having fun. I can keep a watch on somebody. I can feed them snacks.
Oh, what's snacks?
And kind of
Put
just
on the
let
pup
him get that release and have those moments without having something to kind of worry about. And so it kind of worked.
And so there's a few other pieces to this story too.
Well, there's multiple pieces.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like you're leaving something out.
There is, and we'll go to After Dark for some of it, but
How y'all met, we'll have to do an after dark.
but the flip side of it is, this one didn't recognize me the first time that we saw each other after the first time we met, and was basically going like, who the hell is this guy, right? And that was a whole funny thing. But I had already at that point kind of come into my puppy, and kind of started to explore and stuff. And it was probably about 4 months later, where again I kind of brought that up of like, so how do you feel about, like, it wasn't anything even formal. It was just kind of like, help me out. Would you, it wasn't like be my handler as much as it is, would you mind handling me, right?
And he didn't mind
handling me.
Was that handling for something specific, or was it just in general for like pup moshes?
It's for pup moshes, and for just kind of, like when we were doing things, kind of having somebody to kind of help me out and kind of, I don't want to say guide me, because it wasn't so much guiding as much as it was supporting and stuff, and that's where we kind of had that going. And it actually wasn't until several months later, if not close to a year later, that he actually leashed me and was like, okay, will you officially be my puppy? And that, so it wasn't like it was a.
It wasn't an immediate.
It
jump
wasn't
in.
immediate
It
jump
grew
in.
out of
It
what
grew.
needed to be.
It was adopted from Wayside.
And as I have, and as I have said before, with all of anybody that's heard me preach this or has heard me teach anything has heard me preach that, a relationship with a handler or an alpha or a dom is a relationship. And that relationship grew. It didn't just start off, be my handler. It was, would you help handle me? And the relationship grew. And that got to a point that made it like, okay, now we can
do this.
Now we can do this. And he felt comfortable enough and confident enough with who I was as a pup. I knew who he was as a handler, and and how our personalities got along and how we got along, and in and out of pet space or pet play. That's when he felt comfortable enough to be like, wanting to, I'll say, collar me, and it wasn't quite collaring, but leashed me.
I leashed you. It was at Show Me, wasn't it?
Was it at Show Me, or was it at the bar? I remember that.
I think it was at Show Me.
Was it at Show Me Leather? It might have been that same weekend, yeah, because I remember it also caused a little bit of drama. But yeah.
Ooh. Drama. So I know that for Zephyr, it is not a sexual thing.
Mm-hmm.
It has been.
It has been, but it's not. You're not primarily a sexual puppy.
Right.
If it happens, it happens, but it's not something that
has to happen.
I was going to ask, is it for you? Is it like, do you like, now that you've gotten comfortable too with it and you've had your fun, is it like one of those things that you're like, that gets my dick hard? This should be after dark. This one might just be odd. Nope, it's fine.
No, it's never been overtly sexual for me. Have I had sex with puppies in their hoods and stuff? Yes. Is it something that...
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Whomst have you...
Yes!
I'm gonna clutch my pearls.
But for me, it's not an overtly sexual thing. For me, handling is more of... Like I said, it's more of that caregiver aspect. Even if you're not mine. That's why I had Maddie make that shirt that said emotional support handler. Because even if you're not mine, if we're out at the bar or we're at an event and you're having a rough time, you need somebody to adjust your pads, you need just a quiet place to go to, I don't care if you're mine or not. If you come over and you need a quiet spot, or you need just somebody to pet you for a couple of minutes, or you want somebody to feed you a snack, I'm going to do those things.
I want a snack.
It's
Put
just
on the hood. Don the hood.
Anyway.
And before you ask, yes, I have tried the other side. I have tried being a puppy. It was very short-lived. It is not a headspace that I can get into. And I do not get a release from it. I do not get a brain shift from it. I get more out of handling than I ever did from putting the hood on.
Okay.
And so that was fully supported by this one too.
And it is, you have so many things that you want to say right now.
And
it is items that I have put away. I take very good care of them, but they are not.
They're ornaments now.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, regardless of all that, when he was exploring that puppy, I was not part of it. I was not part of the experience. I was left aside. Like, I'm going to explore this without you. No.
Because I know how important it was for you. And so I knew if I tried to explore it with you and I didn't like it, that you would internally be like, I did something wrong and scared him away. So that's why
I'm playing.
I did it away from you.
I actually really think that's like a mature way to do it, you know, if it's something that he's really into and, you know, you're like, I'm just maybe kind of seeing how I like it. That way it doesn't ruin your time and you can still go out and do that thing that you enjoy, and, you know, you don't have the, I had this, I did this experience with my handler or my partner and it didn't work, and so now that's colored the way that I look at it.
It doesn't hold you to the expectation.
Oh, absolutely.
Building this up like this grand affair and then being like, they're just not in.
I just give them shit about it.
I still asked to see it. I'm like, can I see it?
And it was also one of those things of...
What color was it?
Hunter green.
Hunter green.
That's actually one of the ones I looked at.
When are you gonna get it?
I already got it.
Whenever you get it, you gonna put it on the show?
No, because I put it on one time and my face looked like I was going to bust out of that thing, and I said it's not going to work.
Yep.
You gotta get a
It was hunter green. I had the hunter green neoprene harness. Did I have a collar?
It's like, did you buy the puppy starter kit?
That's what I
I
bought.
pretty much, I think it was the puppy starter
I
kit.
did.
You bought the starter kit?
I bought him a Mr. S starter kit.
And I was pup linked because of my Zelda tattoos.
I'm here for it. I actually think
I didn't think we were gonna get a pup name out of you. I almost asked, but I didn't.
I'll give it out. It happened.
that's so cute. I actually super love that, and I think you should do that for Halloween.
Oh no, I already got my Halloween outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have a
that's
coordinated
fine.
family.
We have a coordinated family. We have a family. It's not just us. There's a family.
Yes, I mean I was gonna actually. That was gonna be my next question. Is that there is,
Mhm.
you know, you do have a family, and there are multiples of you. So you've got like a pack of puppies.
So we have the family unit. So we have me and my husband, and then we have Brett and Reed as the puppies. We do things as a family outside of puppy stuff. We go out to dinner, we watch movies,
I was
we
about to
do
like-
all of that stuff.
I
It's
was
very
like,
much.
You bring more people in. Are you ready guys having 4Gs and shit? Like
And like
5Gs?
Famgies.
in like the last couple years, we do major holidays and stuff together. So it's very much they are not mine. They are.
Part of the.
They're part of the family. They're Eric's
They're the
too.
family
Eric
pets.
gets involved as much as he wants to, and just like everything else, he
The puppy
does
thing
more.
isn't his thing, so but we all still get together and we'll again watch movies, we'll hang out, we'll go to dinner, we'll travel, we go camping. We do our family gatherings, our family outings. We have Thanksgiving together, we'll do Christmas together. You know, so we do
So
just
it's
this type of stuff.
in a lot of ways it is a like it's a different definition of like a polyamorous relationship, because there are feelings there. There
Oh,
are,
absolutely.
you know,
I usually explain it to people of the two of them and Eric are my predominant core chosen family. I don't talk with most of my related family anyway, and so they are the people that I want to spend time with, that I want to celebrate things and stuff with. So they're the ones that if something were to happen and I was in the hospital or I was in a tragic situation or anything, the three of them are who I would want sitting right there over
anybody else. And you know, this is the second person that we've had that have kind of have similar situations. You know, if you watch the Pup Scrappy, you know, he was talking the same thing of that family dynamic. And what I'm kind of getting from this is, you know, with a lot of the pups, it seems like chosen family. I think you can extend it out to like queer people in
I was
general.
about to say that dynamic crosses LGBT.
Yeah.
The leather community itself is a lot of members of chosen family. Puppies are a huge chosen family group. It just that happens in the not only the leather dynamic, but as well as like the LGBT dynamic. We have a lot of like, how do I say this, casting aside and stuff like that from your birth family. So you do get this whole, I've built this network of people that I do.
And these are the people that these are my family. These are the people that I choose to spend the moments that are special for me with.
Right.
And then you get people like Brett, whose mom comes out to leather puppy fundraiser events.
Like I said,
And
we
then
sometimes
his
get-
dad, who will actually tell him which belt to wear with his harness.
You know, it's here's the deal.
Like, none of us could imagine having any of that. And then Brett's
Absolutely
just
not.
like, yep.
We're over here talking about family trauma, and Brett's like, happy family. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
No, don't get me wrong. Like my family again. Like my family is very much. They're not P-flag family by any means.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Cancel them.
Huh?
Cancel them.
But you know, they are very much like, you know, we support you. We're in your corner. All of those things. Like we'll talk about stuff. Like they've met my partner and they love him more than they like. Today we were talking and they were like, we like him more than we like you. And I was like,
It happens.
My mother still chats with my ex-husband, and we've been divorced for 10 years.
Yeah.
You still chat with your ex-husband on a daily basis.
I know, and I love him, so.
But it's one of those things where, like, you know, but when you find this, I in some ways consider you guys part of my family. Like, I'm growing a family with you guys. Like, I'm learning learning to all there is to know about you guys, and like, I wouldn't have said, hey, let's do a show together, if I didn't want for us to have that, like, kind of bond where we do stuff and hang out. I can do this shit with anybody. I chose y'all.
So during the Casey Legends show that you had the two of us on, you had originally asked, was I part of that family? And it said that I was like a distant cousin. I was the cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
That's Kody can attest to this. Hey, Jacob. Hi. Break this man's legs. Gotcha. Don't worry.
No. You don't want to send trouble. Always in trouble.
I've never been in trouble. You have to get caught to be in trouble.
And even when he does get in trouble, the gator comes out.
I'm mad that you keep calling him the Gator. That is he called you a swamp rat earlier.
That is how do I say this? An earned nickname that I've gotten as being that bitch from the South.
The bitch from the South.
Yeah. So it's a thing. It's been.
Said you had what do you call it? You said you had swamp mud in your blood.
Jacob is a damn zoo. He's a puppy. He's a hyena. He's a damn alligator, crocodile, whatever he wants to be.
You just gotta shift gears. It's fine.
Is that what you do? You shift gears?
You just shift gears. The puppy's the nice.
The puppy's the nice one?
The puppy's the nice one.
You should see the rest of that shit.
Yeah. The puppy's the good one. The hyena and all the other ones, that's all.
I mean, I've had to deal with you on some occasions as the hyena.
Oh, the hyena's, that's the that's the full standard. And the gator is the one that, I mean, even my husband talks about, like, you're just an alligator. He's like, you just a vicious animal that hides under the water and murders people.
I don't know.
No mercy.
You just
all of a sudden, out of the blue, just
rip out of the water and take out a
You're missing a leg.
That's right.
And he's over there chomping away at it.
Just like, told you leave me alone, bitch.
And then the hyena comes out and he's over there cackling while he just munches at it.
Every once in a while on Telegram, I have to deal with the hyena. Usually I start it.
You call it. You ask for it to come out.
Listen, I get bored, and I'm like, who
can I banter with?
Who can I banter with today? You know what? I'm gonna say something smart to Jacob.
And then tag you. I know you tag me in bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna poke the bear.
Because otherwise, I don't talk in there. I'll be quiet in there, and then I get a message. So and so tagged you.
And I'll be like, how can I poke the bear today? Because listen, what can I say? I'm the goblin. I'm the real goblin. Like, I'm the real goblin. I sometimes want to just be like, I want to cause problems. How can I do that?
You're a cat.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely a cat.
You're just pushing stuff off
100%.
the table.
What can I push off the table?
Mm-hmm.
Watch me.
Get a reaction.
Watch me as I just
see this
pop.
Don't do it.
I used to do that to my partner all the time. He's finally been like, that drives me crazy. Please don't do that. And I was like, fine. But I used to just be like, we'd be sitting on the couch, and I would be like,
his phone's in his lap, and you just
Yep. Total cat.
pick that up.
and he's like, are you gonna? Did you?
No,
I'm gonna get you a damn pair of cat ears.
I would love to see you in a
Make you wear them a pound.
Please.
I actually. Oh god, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah,
Sounds like an amazing idea.
you're gonna get some attention.
Yep. For the 15 minutes that you're there, it's gonna be an amazing.
It's like
15
at
minutes.
least 20.
Hey, I was there. I stayed. Listen, I be there for a while now.
You're there at Pound for a while. That last one, what was it? Laid Back Leather. I think 7 minutes was the record, and you just was like, "Hi everyone."
Oh,
Goodbye, everyone.
Because my stomach wasn't feeling good.
Oh.
Thought I was gonna be able to hang, and I got there and was like,
Oh yeah, that's true. You were still
no.
coming back.
No, that was the night. Yeah, that was coming back. That was coming back from that. Yeah, that was not a good look.
Oh no.
Did you come to the last one?
Mm-hmm. You don't even remember who was there.
The goddamn man making quesadillas.
Listen, my people
My people are industrious.
My people are industrious.
You said that so many times.
I was drunk.
That
I wasn't drunk. I was tipsy.
industrious and reparations, especially when Zach came over with that damn
With that
case.
no, because he was like,
"This is reparations."
I was like, I want a case. I was like, I want a quesadilla. He was like, "You want me to get you one?" I was like, "Yeah, it's like reparations."
That's like reparations.
Finally.
Now, and someone was like, "That's all you want for reparations?" I said, "No, this is just a start."
I need like 3 more of these.
They were $10 a pop.
They were $10 a
That's
pop.
why.
Now, mind you, they weren't bad.
Listen, whenever I'm drunk at a bar and it's convenient, you can put a microwave and Hot Pockets right there. I'll be like, fuck yeah, $10, here you go. No, it was great.
I mean, it was all right. It wasn't the worst quesadilla I ever had.
I have some standards.
Do you?
If my drunk ass is gonna eat after the bar, it's gonna be Taco
Taco
Bell.
See? I thought you had standards.
I thought he was gonna say ass. I'm
No.
not even lying.
That's if you didn't get no ass to bring home, you get the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
No.
Otherwise,
Or
Otherwise,
if
you
you're
get
up
mad.
until like 2 or 3 in the morning and you're exhausted from
Eating
that
ass.
ass, and you're like, what the fuck is open right now? And you just roll yourself down 39th Street and boom, 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 boom. Taco
See,
Bell, McDonald's,
see.
and Burger King.
Here's the deal.
They used to always stop at Tiki Taco, and that was my place.
Ooh.
There's a Tiki Taco over there off of Truce now.
I know, it's just, yeah, their second location. It is fancy.
I haven't been in there yet, but you know that's where my comedy show is. Is at over there off of Truce.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Do you want to say that to the camera?
And he has multiple times.
Multiple times.
and do the smile with the little ding.
Gonna do more editing.
I know. Jesus, I hate it. I'm gonna make you edit from now on.
You teach me how, we'll start.
All right. At least you ain't this shit. That ain't no problem.
edit. Yeah, there's a button somewhere, but we're just gonna submit it as it is.
Fuck it, we'll do it
I may
live.
have done that before.
That was our first episode. Fuck it, we'll do it
Fuck
live.
it, we'll do it live.
Oh,
Actually,
God.
I was thinking about talking to the owner of Gales and seeing if we wanted to do POUNDcast live one time.
It would be interesting to do POUNDcast from a live thing. I've thought about doing it at a pound.
Like for Wayside Waves?
No, we're not gonna. We can't actually. They're a kill shelter. We can't actually support them.
Wayside Waves is a kill shelter?
Supposedly, that's what I've been.
I thought they
told.
were a no kill shelter.
No, that's a Casey Pet project.
Yeah, ASPCA girl.
Yeah. Yeah, Wayside Waves. That's why I kept making the joke about your Bucci cat being in Wayside Waves because it was a kill shelter. I hate that you just getting it. Damn, that's 2 episodes long of a joke.
I told you, he's a damn hyena mixed with an alligator with a pinch of puppies.
You
in
ain't
there.
shit for that.
That's 2 episodes long, and then I have to tell you.
I didn't realize it was a kill shelter.
I'm pretty sure it's a kill shelter.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
We'll look
If
it up.
it's
on
not,
break.
we'll correct it.
Yeah, we'll have to correct the record on that if it's not. And if it is, fuck you.
We'll do a bonus episode. We're gonna get sock and boppers and fight.
I mean, I'll pay for those. I'll Amazon that shit right now.
I mean,
I'll have to later. We have to talk about more about a hoist weekend.
oh yeah, no, we're gonna
Right.
talk about the Hoist Weekend. As a matter of fact, guys,
Mhm.
do you guys have any questions for him? I feel like I asked the questions.
I know so much about the dynamic that I can't. Like there's no question that I can ask that you didn't cover. That's kind of general, and I know very specific answers about the 2 of them. But no, there's nothing I can ask. I've been involved in their lives for a little while.
You guys are gonna do, mind you, the After Dark. They're gonna you guys are gonna take over the After Dark because I don't have any questions for that.
We'll behave.
Oh well, then I'm gonna. No, you're not. I'm gonna do it then. I have all kinds of things I want to know.
They won't behave.
I know.
They'll get started. He'll keep drinking.
Oh, I do have one more question for you.
Okay.
So, as a handler, what are the things? I know you mentioned giving snacks and rubs and watching. Like, what are some of the things that you do?
Snacks and snacks and more
Yeah.
snacks.
Yeah, snacks is
Gummy
good.
bears.
So this is not a condescending statement. You have to treat most bio puppies and human puppies. You kind of have to look at them as like 2-year-olds. Attention spans are short. You're not going to get them to sit down and eat or drink anything. You kind of have to feed them small things at once. That's why snacks are great. take a snack break every little bit, feed them water every once in a while, but you are predominantly making sure they do not hurt themselves.
You're a babysitter.
You're basically a babysitter.
And to specify, this is during
In headspace.
In headspace. Now, you have some that are trained puppies, or they identify as dogs. They are not necessarily energetic. They are the ones that are going to sit next to you. They will do tricks and stuff if you ask, but they are predominantly
You want to be one of those?
mellow in the headspace. You get others that they want to play, they want to wrestle, they want to fight on squeaky toys, they want to chase each other around, they want to do all kinds of shit. And so those are the ones that you watch, and you make sure that, are their pads protecting their knees? How long have they been on their hands and knees? Do you need to pull them over and make them take a break to get the pressure off? So that when they finally take those pads off, they're actually able to functionally move their hands without snap, crackle, and popping.
And water. You're giving us water.
Water.
Because I don't think about drinking water when I'm in headspace. I'm more worried about wrestling and playing, and I'm like, I'm sweating profusely inside this hood, and, meanwhile, I've got no, hydration in me. So, like, hey, it's been 20 minutes. Have some water. You have not been drinking, so. And again, even if I was, I've got my paws and my mitts on, so I can't even do it. So, like, it's like, trying to find the hole, and you're like, okay, here, do this for me.
Straws are your friend.
Handlers are invaluable to the community, especially whenever it comes to the puppies who mosh, do all that stuff. They acted not only for the puppies in headspace, but even puppies in bars, stuff like that. They are the people that kind of take up that role to make sure that these people, because you can't, there's issues with hearing, there's issues with seeing, talking, all that stuff, communicating.
Yeah.
I think I can name a total of maybe 6 active handlers that we have, and that's active to semi-active. There's a huge need for them.
Actually, now hearing it from the handler's point of view, I thought like the idea of the puppy space sounds fun and interesting. But I'm also I think I'd be like an old ass dog.
And you can be. There are the people who enjoy.
Me.
I don't want to wrestle around. Let me
No,
know.
get the hell away from me.
No, I'll bite you in your
I
forehead.
want to lay down and watch some dogs play.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is there a son? Actually, it said earlier today that I'm a full-on Pokemon. I'm a Snorlax. Like that's what like. I'm a Snorlax. I just let me lay there and sleep.
Just let me sleep in your way.
Just let me lay there and sleep and be in the way.
Yeah.
Again, you're a cat.
Snorlax is a big cat.
Yeah.
You saw his little ears?
He's a big fat cat that blocks your
Big
way.
ass
and is
cat
inconvenient.
taking a nap.
Why don't I think those were dog ears?
No, baby, no.
No, those is cats.
Mm.
I guess I'm a cat. Meow.
You gonna start some?
Meow.
No, I'm just kidding. I play well with the kitties.
Yeah. But that's the biggest thing, is you're basically a babysitter. And you learn with puppies that are yours that communication piece. Brett doesn't have to usually say anything. He has learned, and I've learned with him, if he points a certain way, if he looks at something a certain way, that he wants something or needs something. If they're not yours, you always ask. Can I give you some gummy bears? If they're diabetic, or if they have allergies, or they have whatever, they're going to shake their head no. So that's why you usually have a secondary snack.
I can't get the gummy bears. I got the sugars.
My sugar's high.
My sugar's high.
But it's everything from things like that, musculoskeletal stuff with having your hands, because you think it's fine, and we're not
We're not mean.
we're not 21-year-olds anymore that can run around and be like that anymore.
Who's not 21?
What? You. What year did you graduate?
None of your motherfucking business.
That's a good enough answer. But it's things like that. It's knowing when to be like, hey, maybe not even only unclean, like just get off of them. It's the pressures, it's all of that things. It's the knee pads. I know the two of us will constantly preach, be like, that is a place you need to spend money. And that is, get a nice knee pad. It's good. And even if you can't, just be mindful that that is an
Better
important piece.
get them whole knee pads.
Listen, the ones they put on the roof with the giant plastic piece, that's great. There's a lot of foam in there.
Get
Please
the
don't
knee
mosh
pads
with
and
those.
prostitute shoes.
I have those. They're good sometimes, but if you're not wearing jeans, they're not very good.
Right. You get what I'm saying. It's that's a huge piece of what the handler serves towards the puppy community, and vice versa, is how the puppy affords that companionship and the headaches to the handlers. At this point, I think they enjoy having headaches.
Oh, and we do it on purpose sometimes too. When we find that squeaking
annoying
chicken or that squeaking pig, and we make that loud noise, obnoxious, that just goes and goes and goes and goes.
You provide it with CPR.
And we do that specifically for the handlers because we know how much they love hearing that, because they know that means we're having so much fun.
Whenever you do that, they always seem to come over.
And you got layers of neoprene protecting your ears, so it's nowhere near as joyful for you as it is for us.
If you would like to provide your handler with any kind of snack, it's they do enjoy earplugs. You can get them some of those. You could get them a vodka soda, pure vodka.
Ice 101.
Ice 101. There's a multitude of things you can give them. Just make their time easier dealing with puppies, or even sometimes handlers will eat our damn gummy bears, and that is.
And we will do it right in front of your.
that is a
You want to be a
slight.
brat and you want to act out? I'm going to eat your gummy bears right in front of you.
That is a slight against the puppy community, and
No, it's not.
The
We
whole thing?
the whole thing. Eat my gummy bear.
We as handlers have rights. And we
I didn't
have
land on
rights
these
to
gummy
those
bears. These gummy bears landed on me. So, what is it? My last question for you is, what is something that you wish you knew when you first started as a handler?
As a handler. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, we've had a lot of journeys. You're gonna have to figure out which one you want to start that question with. As a
He wishes he knew how much of a pain in the ass we were.
He wishes he knew that he'd have been wearing so much fucking purple when it started.
I liked purple to begin with.
Oh, never mind.
Being absorbed in, I knew that purple was going to be a thing. Permission purple. The one thing that I wish I had known. Oh hell.
Go ahead, say it. No.
Don't kill him.
I'm trying to think. It was one of those. You don't realize how much you subconsciously do as a good handler. There are bad handlers, there are good handlers, there are people who carry the name of it and don't do much with it. But when you're one of the good ones that actually is making a point of taking care of puppies, whether they be yours, a community handler, where you're taking care of everybody that needs it, however you fall on that level, you do not truly realize how much you do until you stop and you think about it. You're like, I'm keeping track of their toys, I'm keeping track of their pads, I'm keeping track of their hydration, their food, how their hands are doing, how their knees are doing, have they gotten any bruises, have they gotten any cuts and scrapes, are they wrestling with somebody that's wrestling a little too hard, do I need to step in there and pull them away, how long has it been since they took a break, how long have they been sweating, do I have extra towels,
Can I keep my socks?
did I bring spare socks that aren't going to be fucking saliva soaked by the end of the night?
Or just gone.
No, I always get them back.
Oh, you're lucky then.
We're good puppies.
I
No.
return them.
You just be stealing the socks off your feet?
Yeah, they steal my
It's like
socks.
a fucking dryer. They just gone. Just disappear.
I've tried everything. I've tried knee highs. I've tried compression socks.
I want to see
I've
you
tried
in knee
everything.
highs. Let's get you some thigh highs.
Will get those, and the problem is that he wears the full mitts. Reed does not.
Well,
Let
so
me tell
Reed-
you.
So then Reed gets in there with his thumbs and just starts fucking pulling shit, and so then I lose both my socks.
Let me tell you what you do. pair of socks for a whole week. I bet you they won't do it again.
That's the ones they like.
They still will. They still will.
Like, let it be that. Like, when your feet are at its cheesiest.
Baby,
That's why-
athlete's feet's hard to get rid of. Don't do that.
That's why I have special socks now. I have a pair of Great Dane socks, and I have a pair of Husky socks, and I wear one of each now,
Oh.
so that they know which sock is theirs.
And then you get them back, and then you can deal with them.
Yeah, and then I throw those in the washer. Then I have the other.
And when he
ones.
gets them back, he's usually doing this.
because they are soaked.
Are they wet?
Oh, I
they've been in
know.
our mouths.
They've been in your mouth for the
See,
entire
you need to
time.
get those, or those, what's those sock thingy?
Gar-
The sock garter. Get you a garter so that way they can't take them off.
They'll pop them. I've already thought
They'll
of that.
take the garter too.
They'll take the garter too.
They're strong.
I will sit there and I'll grab the socks and I'll just start
Tell you.
rolling them down.
You're just leave a pair of socks on for a week. They
I
won't
think
even
you.
get-
I think you. We should take you specifically to a puppy mosh, just to let you see how resilient and determined puppies can be.
Oh yeah. Brett's first IPOC, he moshed for 3 hours straight. So imagine being on your hands and knees, constantly moving,
Jumping, bouncing around,
jumping,
wrestling with
bouncing,
people.
wrestling for 3 hours.
3 minutes. And I'm like, bitch, I'm tired.
Huh.
Oh, I'm that way now, but
But yeah, he was
Time of your life.
living it up. It was his first big one, and he just
overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed. But
and you ended up. I think it was what you and like 2 or 3 others, and me
Like
and the
the
other
very-
handler were like,
the last,
"Which one's yours?" And I was like, "That one's mine." He's like, "I think we should probably
call this.
call it."
Hey,
And I
yo.
was like, "Okay." So me and the other 2 handlers went in and tapped the puppies, and we were like, "We need to go."
It's time.
Y'all have been here for 3
It's
hours.
done.
We
It's
need
done.
to go.
I've done all. I've handled all I'm gonna handle.
Like y'all are gonna be feeling this for days in those joints.
Don't
So
let him get you wrong. He didn't handle the entire time. He disappeared and did his own
I took a-
extracurricular
I
activities.
took a break.
There was a good angle in there.
Caregivers need a break. That is part of mental health.
Caregivers need care too.
And on that note, we're gonna
Mental
figure out
health
what,
awareness.
we're gonna figure out what that was, what break he took on our After Dark section. That's gonna be on our Patreon. Thank you, Kody, so much for coming.
You're welcome.
I do love you so much, even though I'll give you a bunch of shit.
I was voluntold, so
You would have done it anyway.
I would have done it anyway.
Guys, do y'all have anything coming up this month?
We're going to Palm Springs this month.
We are going to Palm Springs at the beginning of next month.
Beginning of next. Between next.
Other than that, we'll have stories whenever we come back from Palm Springs.
You better.
We have Pound next Thursday.
My Halloween
On the
party.
27th, we have Halloween, Zephyr's Halloween party, which I'm sure will be a great time that we definitely will not talk about. We'll have a story from a previous Halloween that I'm going to ask about. You already fucking know.
Oh, I know exactly what you're
No,
talking
it'll be a good
about.
time. We should have a full episode by the time we come back.
All right. And if this episode is out before the Halloween party, then we'll see you there.
It should be.
It should be.
It should be.
It should be. All right, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on here. Thank you guys for watching. Patreon is patreon.com/KC Caffeine, where you can find all of our After Darks up there waiting for you to hear all of our dirty, dirty secrets. Well,
They're not secrets.
There's nothing secretive
Yeah,
about
there's
it.
no secret.
good night, guys.